our newest field of tall order today. We have got to get that grass tedded. I'm going to windrow first, and I have seen a piece of equipment that might help to speed up our work. Seems we are out of luck with David today. His baler is in use with another farmer. Hey, Katie. Alright, we're welcome to use the animal dealer baler. Yes! We can see hay is being loaded. 3 hay bales and 3 grass bales. Get this field turned over, and then we'll move straight on to planting and do the sorghum. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the American Dream at Riverbend Springs. We are starting where we finished off last time, having just planted soybeans in our latest field, field 35, which we purchased off of Walter. We mowed it up, and we were actually partially successful on making some hay, and we borrowed the baler from Katie and the animal dealer to make some hay and grass bales, which we sold. And then a quick cultivate and planting, we have sorghum in this field. So that is looking very nice. We have a tractor and a planter to put away, so we will start off with that before we see about resting. And also before we rest, we do have to make sure that the sawmill is nicely topped up with logs to ensure that we are making building materials once again. The production has not been running for a few weeks, so it's fine for now because we have a stockpile of building materials. But Craig is very much in demand of more building materials, and if we're not careful, we will run out of supply. So it is good that we get that refreshed and regenerated. And speaking of Craig, he has been in comms with me, and he has said to make sure we get over to his first thing tomorrow, i.e. before 8 o'clock, as he wants to show us the finished article of the playground toy that he is building, the playground tractor. And once it is sold, we should be able to make a nice cool amount of money again, which we'll look to put into whatever next investments we can. Now you'll notice the farmhouse has a completed roof and a chimney poking out now, so I think it is entering the latter stages. We'll have some windows to fit, and obviously some furniture and bits and bobs to put up, probably the interior walls as well. But let's just drop the planter off and we can grab the winch. I would like to test how many logs this International Harvester Farmall 1206, which we bought from Nick the other day, how many logs that can pull. I imagine because it's 95 horsepower it can pull a fair few. I think 4 is the maximum for the winch, so I kind of plan on testing it to the fullest really. And of those logs, I think the sawmill can take a good 7, 8 or 9 of them until it is full. So let's just grab the winch. We'll have to lift it up. There we go. Excellent. Right, let's go grab some logs, shall we? Right, we can pull up here and reverse a little bit closer, so we've got a short cable, and if we grab the winch, there we go, we should be able to latch on to that one, that one, that one, and one more to make it the max amount. There we go, 4. So it's within the weight limit of the winch, otherwise it would prevent me from latching on. Now let's see if the farmall can pull this load. Of course it can. Of course it can. Fantastic. Well, this is going to make life much easier. Less trips to the sawmill. I appreciate it is only a small trip, but every little helps with efficiency. It is very much staying in a low gear, and I do not blame it because yeah, it is quite heavy. Alright, let's just pull this past. There we go. It has taken 2. We will just give it a little shunt with the back of the winch. I've been a bit silly. I've had some wood planks, or wood beams I think it is, just there, which I've nudged with the front loader, so that is a bit silly of me. Let's just give these a little helping hand push. There we go, 4 logs in. So I think we'll probably do another 1 or 2 of those, and the sawmill should be full. The pulling power on this is mighty, and it has reminded me that we are awaiting some dual wheels from Nick. He is sending them via courier, so that will be handy once we have got it. Not sure what we'll use dual wheels for. Maybe next time we are planting or ploughing. We can shunt these back as before. There we go, that is up and running again, just shy of 14,000 litres, which is the capacity of the sawmill. So that is grand news. The farm makes that job much, much quicker. Right, I think I better tidy these up a bit. Right, where we can drop off the winch, drop off the tractor, and I think it might be worthwhile us loading up the trailer to take another batch of building materials to Craig for the next playground toy. The farmer can slip in here and sleep next to Alice. Well, it is actually quite different, the size of the tractor, when you have them side by side. Right, we'll jump in the pickup, which is looking rather clean since we installed the retractable hose on the wall there. We can just line up with the back of the building materials in the shed, and I think it's 8 sets of planks and 2 sets of planks long that Craig needs per playground toy, so we can park up here and get that loaded up nicely. Well, that took me a while, but that is nicely loaded up. We've actually got 9 pallets of planks and 3 pallets of planks long. That is what Craig needs, plus a little bit of excess in case he's got offcuts and things like that. But nothing left for us to do but to head into the caravan and chill out for the evening, have a good sleep, and wake up nice and early so we can head over to go and see Craig. Oh, well, morning has come, and yeah, the light comes through nice in this caravan. It's got a lovely panoramic window. So yeah, we do actually have the opportunity to get some nice natural alarm clock with the light in the summer. I've just been making a brew, and yeah, we can head on out of here to go and see Craig. We've got plenty of time to get over there, which is nice. Now, I have heard that the building work has stopped at the farmhouse, and that might be because we need some of our newest materials. Yes, we need 4,000 litres of prefab walls, 6,000 litres of furniture. So this is stuff we do not have, so we'll have to see and investigate about sourcing some of it. I think I can see the window frames are installed at least, so that is good. Aha, look, we can see the inside. I can't go in because, yeah, health and safety. We're not allowed in just yet, but I can see some light fittings, some, oh, there looks to be some sort of cabinet structure there, which is good. And yeah, the walls are in, but yeah, prefab walls and furniture is needed. So yeah, hoping that this is going to be completed fairly soon, and then we can see about doing some landscaping, and then I'm very keen for Katie to come and visit when she can. Right, we must don the pickup, or jump in the pickup rather. Oh dear. Are those the lights that I have left on? Ah. Well, I must have flicked that by accident. That was very silly of me. Well, let's go in. Hopefully I haven't got a flat battery. The lights are still working, so hopefully that means that the battery's still got some power. Turn the lights off, but is there enough power to turn the starter motor? Oh no. The battery looks to be flat and dead. Ugh, that is annoying, but luckily think we do have a battery pack in the toolbox, so let's just grab that. There we go. And just pop the bonnet and attach it to the battery. We'll give it a few minutes and see if we can start it. Right, we've given it a few, so let's see if we can fire it up. There we go. Oh, always takes a little bit of time, and I can see the battery is charging. That is good. Right, let's just grab the jumper pack. Right, disconnect it, and there we go. We can put it in the toolbox. Fantastic. Very handy, that. Right, let's head over to Craig's. We do not want to be late. And yeah, maybe we can catch him for a cup of morning coffee. Right, we are here for Craig, and oh, I can see in his workshop, and yeah, that looks magnificent. What a lovely playground toy for kids to play on. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll drop off the next batch of materials into the workshop, and then see if we can chat to Craig. And we can just reverse these up to the workshop to get them in. Fantastic. And then there's ones on the back of the pickup as well. Alright, we can just park out of the way and see if Craig is knocking about. Wow, would you look at this? This is very nice indeed. A tractor with a caged trailer. I bet the kids love playing on this and pretending they're driving a big old tractor. Fortunately, we are lucky enough to drive tractors around. Right, I think Craig's in the workshop from what I can hear. Let's knock on the door. Good morning, Craig. How are you doing? Yeah, we're very well, thank you. All the better for seeing a nicely finished playground toy. It looks fantastic. I'm glad we've caught the finished article this time. Okay, the truck is coming at around 8 o'clock to pick it up. Well, yeah, we'll see it off. Yeah, sure, coffee sounds good in the meantime. You probably saw that we dropped off another batch of building materials for you. That should suffice for the next one that you have to build, but I've had to top up the sawmill back at base so we can keep the building materials flowing for you. Ah, that's a nice cup of coffee. Thank you, Craig. So, is that a truck I hear? Oh, I'm so pleased to have seen the finished article and it getting picked up for delivery, Craig. Alright, fully loaded and money transferred. Another 90,000. Awesome. Oh, the truck is leaving. See you later. Well, it sure was nice to see the playground toy off, and thanks again for the money. This has been very lucrative for us, as I know it has been for you as well. We'll keep in touch around the next playground toy that you finish building, and see you soon. Thanks, Craig. Always nice seeing Craig, and especially nice making some money, and he is underway again with the next playground toy. I'm not sure how many more we'll be able to fulfill, but yeah, we will keep going as long as Craig is happy to keep building them. I imagine he might want to get back to his larger playground project at some point. Right, next, I think we better get back to the farm, as we've probably got some herbiciding and fertilising to do for our sorghum field, as I'm expecting them to have germinated, and as we didn't freshly plough that field, I'm expecting weeds, and certainly expecting some fertilising as well. Near enough made it back. Thought I would drive past our fields to see them in their glory. The cotton is growing. I think the wheat is approaching ready to harvest. Probably one more month until it is ready. And here it is, the sorghum, the latest crop that we have planted. And yeah, I think I can see in the field we have got some weeds as always. But some very neat planting, I must say. The rows are looking very, very clean and straight, which is excellent. But yes, lots of weeds. So we need to herbicide this, and yeah, judging by the fertilisation level, we also need to give this secondary level of fertiliser. But that's not a problem. We have Farmer Stan's old sprayer now in our inventory, so we can certainly perform the task. And the sprayer has come very much in use. It's perfect size for our farm, and it has actually helped Walter out on another field as well. I'm sure we'll get good use out of it as time goes on. Right, so we can pull in to our wonderful farm, and we can probably park up the pickup near the shed, although we need to leave space for the sprayer to come and get some herbicide and fertilizer. So yeah, we'll just leave the trailer there. Right, I did just want to look for a moment on my phone what we can do to get hold of prefab walls and also some furniture. Ooh, so it looks like there is a carpenter in town, and he can turn planks long into furniture, obviously for a fee. But that might be an avenue for us to make some furniture. And it seems like the only place we can make prefab walls is Noah's sawmill, but that is well out of action, and Noah has not been around for a long time, so that's not going to do it. So it looks like we might have to succumb to paying some money to the warehouse to buy prefab walls. $12,830 each. Wowzers, that's going to be expensive. And then for furniture, it's just over $5,000 per pallet. So that's sounding like it's going to be quite expensive. We'll have to think what we can do about that. Oh, I think I've got a text. It's Walter. Can you help me clear out an old fishing spot? I've got some big rocks that need chipping up. Walter. Well, sounds like something we could do. We do have the jackhammer we used to dismantle the shed that was on this plot of land. Sure thing, we'll give it a bash and let you know how we get on. Cool, well, yeah, we'll see how we do. Walter has sent me a location. Looks like it's just south of field 25, where there is a pond, which, yeah, I guess that is why he's looking to open it up for fishing. Right, but before we get on to Walter's task, I think we are going to have to see to our own fields. And, yep, we have the sprayer from Farmer Stan. So I'm going to hop in that. I think we'll start with herbiciding, and then we'll move on to fertilising. Could really do with giving this sprayer a good old wash and a paint, but time is against us again. We are very busy, so maybe that can be a winter job for us. We could at least give it a wash maybe, but yeah, painting we'll have to wait till probably a quiet winter time, although the winters haven't really been very quiet on Riverbend. Dropped off the liquid fertilizer, and we can get a bit closer to fill up with the herbicide that's in the tank. Right, that's 1 IBC of herbicide in the sprayer. I don't think we need any more in there. And I've moved the pickup out of the way because I would quite like to give the sprayer a quick spray with the sprayer the jet sprayer that is, and try and get this mud off the cab, which yeah, does hinder the visibility a little bit. Oh, look at that. She is shining now. Hasn't been this clean in a while, evidently, but yeah, definitely the paintwork needs a little bit of work, that's for sure. Let's hop back in, and we can set off to go and herbicide, and then we'll switch back over to fertilizer to give it a spray as well. Should be a fairly quick job. Spraying done, we can fold away. Obviously switched over to liquid fertilizer for the second run, but the weeds are nicely destroyed, and that is sprayed up quite nicely as well. So we shouldn't really have to touch that field until harvest time, which will be quicker than we think. I think it's only a couple of months, or yeah, 3 or 4 months to grow, which is nice. Lovely short season of growth for sorghum, so that will be spectacular to get in. We of course have the Alice Chalmers all crop to use as our harvester, and oh yeah, I'm still raising and lowering the boom. I was having to raise and lower the boom just to cope with the banks and hills there. I think it's probably safest for me to raise it all the way up for transport, but there we go. Right, we can get this parked in the shed. It will look a lot nicer in the shed now it is gleaming and clean. And yeah, it will be nice to repair the paint come winter time, or whenever we get a spare moment. Right, we can stick it in front of the planter, as we won't be needing the planter for a little while. And to be fair, we probably won't be needing the sprayer for a little while as well. But always good to have these pieces of equipment in the inventory. Alright, well I think it's time that we can get on to Walter's rock removal, where he has a old fishing spot that he's looking to rejuvenate by the sounds of things. I don't think we need the trailer, but certainly from the shed we do need the jackhammer. There it is. So we can pick that up and load that into the back. There we go. And yeah, don't need the trailer, so let's hop in and we can detach that. Fire up. And we can head off on our way. Well, I think where Walter needs the rock cleared is just down here on the left somewhere. His phone is saying that it's around here, but doesn't look like there's... Ah, okay, there is a track, so let's turn on in here, and... oh no. Is that one of the wicker men I see again? Christ, it is. Well, what's that doing here? I'm gonna stop and get out. It is one of those wicker men. It's been a long time since we've seen those. But what are they doing here? Look, there's a tent. And another tent. What's all this? I can see the rocks that we need to clear for Walter. But there's a shed here with some tanks some pallets with bags on. Some sort of cooker. And some barrels of liquids. I don't know too much about things like this, but this kind of looks a little bit suspicious to me. Not sure what this is all doing here. What was that? Hello? Oh my god. Is that... That can't be Katie's bike. What is she doing here? Or what would she be doing here? With the wicker men. And these tents look strangely familiar to the tents that were outside the barn fire. And what's all this strange stuff that's here? I'm not really sure what to make of this. I think I better report it to Walter. He might be unaware. This is his land, and I think he's wanted to sort of rejuvenate this fishing spot, which does look lovely. But yeah, the whole area looks a little bit untouched for a long period of time. It's covered in bushes, so a perfect little secluded spot. But looks like someone, maybe possibly Katie, is using it for some sort of odd purpose. Well, I best crack on and get the jackhammer from the back of the pickup. What's that noise? That sounded like the dirt bike driving off. It's gone. Someone was here. I reckon they've gone off in that direction. Well, that means that they know we were here, so we best get the job done and get out of here quickly. Right, we can get the jackhammer out of the back, and if we get it to the right position, we should be able to knock these rocks away. That is what we want to do. Right, let's clear these down. There we go. Just fire it up. There we go. Right, there we go. One rock removed. Have to kind of find the sweet spot on these. 1 out of 4 done. Right, there we go. 4 out of 4. We have finished that for Walter. But I think I am going to have to report to Walter about what's going on down here. I don't think he would be aware of this, and maybe we need to report it to Sheriff Bob as well. Who knows? I'll drop that back in there. I'll strap it down just so we are not going to lose it in transit. Can hop back in the pickup and get out of here, as yeah, that was rather worrying that someone was watching us and is definitely, or probably up to no good, seeing as they biked off without saying anything. Well, we made it back, and I'm at a bit of a loss as to what to do, really. I definitely need to tell Walter that something fishy looked to be going on his land. And I think we should probably let Sheriff Bob know too. But the fact that Katie's bike was there does alarm me slightly, and I don't really want to get Katie in trouble if that was her bike. We've also got a bit of a situation to get some prefab walls and some furniture for our house, which is going to cost a pretty fortune. So we've hit one of those tricky times where it's difficult to know what the best course of action is. Perhaps you can help me with that, because that is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed watching. If you have, remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you've got any tips, tricks or things you'd like me to do, feel free to leave a comment. But all that's left to say is, hope to see you again next time on the American Dream at Riverbend Springs. And until then, catch you later. Cheers all. Bye bye.